Okay guys, I got a little too crazy and my phone decided to go, oh well, you only have 33 minutes and your 33 minutes is up. So I talked too long and I tried to fit too much into one video. So this is what I got on my desk right now. I got this tool right here. I love this thing. I use it all the time. If you have questions about it, please leave it in the comment and I will do a video specifically on this tool. I love it. It has your measure right here and it cuts all of my goodies. So this is currently what I'm working on. I have a couple of different ones, but I seen this one on Insta and I really wanted to do it. I'm gonna do a real quick tutorial on putting the top together and I only got a little bit of time, so let's get right in here. So I cut this for my spine, this wonderful beautiful piece of fabric, and I did it in 3 inches because my spine is here and it's only an inch, so it's going to be an inch spine. And the one thing I discovered with these with most of my journals is I love doing anywhere from 5 to 7 signatures, and I like doing odd signatures because there's always one in the middle that I can start from and work my way out on the sides. I've also discovered that with an inch spine and 7 signatures, at 1/8 of an inch is perfect enough measurement to make one of these wonderful guides for my journals. So it's kind of perfect. And then I've also found that if you print out a Microsoft Excel sheet just as is for 1.5 inches, I think, or 1 inch, I can't remember which, it'll usually do about 5 signatures. So these are my 3 pieces for my diamond or my triangle. And I started off with an 8 by 8 square, and then I stuck it on here and I cut it in half to where it looks like a triangle, obviously. So I used this wonderful cardboard that I get with my paper kits, or my paper packs that I get from Michael's and Joann's. I've been saving these since I've started getting paper kits, and I decided that I wanted to start gluing them together and upcycle them into something, and this was going to be it. So I glued 4 of them together with Fabri-Tac, and I wasn't excessive with the glue, but I wasn't forgiving either. So I covered the whole thing in a good amount, and I glued all 4 of them together really nicely so they were nice and stiff together. And then I glued 2 at a time, and I sat them underneath my rotary mat, and I let my rotary mat hold them down so they wouldn't warp or anything while they dried real quick. And then I took the 2 sets and I glued them together, covered them really good, smoothed it out with my finger, and then I set them under the rotary mat so they wouldn't have any air bubbles or anything like that. And Fluffy is wiping his boogers in his doggy basket. So when I was finished with my 8 by 8, I took my 8 by 8 and of course I cut it in half and I set it on my board here, or my measuring surface, like this, and I discovered it came out to 11.5 inches. So now that I know that, my spine is going to be 11.5 inches. So I took the cardboard and I cut 4 pieces, 11, oh, I feel like this is, oh, I know why, because there's paper on this, and there's not paper on this. So anyway, these, and this is a little off. So anyway, it's about approximately 11.5 by 11.5. Maybe this one is 11.25. Yeah, no, it was 11.25 to start. And when I got done adding all the paper, it came out to 11.5 when it was done. So if you'd like to know how I cover my journals with my paper like this, please check out my Firefighter Journal, where I showed everyone how to cover a journal in fabric. Same concept with paper. It transitions between both. Really great tutorial. I'll try and remember to link it in this video, and it's getting really cold in here. I think it's bedtime. So we're gonna lay these side by side, and I cut 4 pieces. Here's 4 for my next one I'm gonna do, And of course I did the same thing with these. I glued two together. I glued two together. I set them under the mat. I let them dry a little bit. And then I glued the two on top of each other to create a nice thick piece of cardboard here. Looks really, really nice when it's done. So now that we're done with that, I'll go over the guides and stuff in another video for signatures. So I went and I cut a 3-inch piece of fabric. And when you're done, you're going to either fold over the edge and glue it. You can glue it down, you can sew it down, you can iron it down. So you're going to fold one side and the other side. You can leave raw edges if you want. You can get I was actually going to use this really cool strips of muslin that came wrapped like this at Hobby Lobby, and they had fuzzies going on, but I couldn't find them, so I picked this. I might find them later and add them in and do a layering thing. But you take and you take your this piece here, this spine, and we're going to glue it right in the middle towards the edge. And I got a little pooper that wants my attention right now. So you're going to glue it right here. When you're finished and it's dry, you're going to glue the edge. And you're going to glue that edge. So when you're finished, it's going to look kind of like this when it's done. And your fabric will sit out like that. And obviously, it'll look kind of like this from the inside. So once you're done with that, you're going to do the same thing with this. I personally would line it up where you want it. Put your glue along the edge here. Fix it into place right where you want it. Leave a nice little gap. I've figured out that about 1/4 of an inch is almost the perfect size. Usually I'm getting to where I can eye it now. When it's done and glued and dry, then you go and you glue right here and you push it up and mount it to the side of your journal, or you can lay it down too. So now we got our two pieces mounted just like this to our fabric, and our fabric at this point is kind of pushing up and looks a little bit like this. That's a good thing. That's what the look that we want, and it'll look like that on both sides. That is perfect. I mean, you couldn't get any more perfect than that. So now that your fabric looks like this, you're going to take this, now that it's popping out of place. So I'm just going to do it with one piece right here, just this side so you can see. So we're going to fold this. You can do it one of two ways. You can fold it this way and glue it into place really good. And this is going to be sticking up, so it should come in contact with your fabric. You do not need to push your fabric down in between the two pieces. If you do, it's not going to turn out right. You just want it to sit up and on top and have it come in contact with this fabric and the glue. And then you're going to, obviously, the other side is going to look similar. And then you're going to fold it down and glue it. It'll look like this. Little Christmas present, and glue. You can also do it, fold this one's a little bit more confusing. Fold it down like this. Oh, that's also a little bit more of a pain in the butt, so you can see the other way is going to be easier. So fold down, down again, and down again, like so. So it'll be kind of like a present, sort of, in a way. And you'll follow the fold to the point, obviously. You can pinch your fabric and it'll give you a little guide. And then fold your fabric down and it'll look like this when it's done. So you're pretty much in all aspects folding it out to a triangle to the side and then gluing it down like this. Alrighty, everyone. So now you know, and when you're finished gluing all of that, you'll have a wonderful spine that looks like this on your new journal. And if you double up on the fabrics, you're more than welcome to. You can get a muslin and double the fabric. I would not triple it. That would be too much. Doubling is about as far as I would go. And you will have yourself a really beautiful journal cover. All right, I think that is it. That is a 10-minute video, and that is all I have for the night. Please stay tuned. These journals will be coming out in my Etsy shop. Hopefully I will have them out on Monday. I have some basics going. These little cuties going to be there too. It is also made from some upcycled goodies. Definitely save your upcycled cardboard. Makes really great covers. It works great with other projects too. I'm going to try and get these in the shop by Monday. I'm going to try and have some basics coming out soon. I'm using some Charles Dickinson novels. They're smaller than my standard size, but there's going to be quite a bit more work in them because I have cropped corners, just like these do. So they're not going to be expensive, but they're going to be around the same price range as my traditionals, even though they're a little bit smaller because they have a little bit more work in them. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'm off to bed now. I'm tired and I got to get up early and head out to the sticks, a 50-mile drive. And then after I'm done working down there and helping Mom out and Dad out, then I got to come back to Tucson and go to work. So it's another fun Friday for me. That's what I call them now. It's just like I'm back in the academy again. I hope you all loved this video, and I'm doing it again, having a hard time ending it with you guys. I know it's so hard, but I got to. I'm actually hungry, so I'm gonna go eat something real quick before I go to bed. I hope this was very informational. And oh, before you go, I want to tell you about cutting the paper. Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna do it in a stage video. We'll do it in a couple stages. All right. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Bye.